Redrick here, the mom strategist. I'm excited. I'm doing a carpooling scope. I'm going to be teaching today 5 ways that you can have it all. Like, isn't that a bold claim? It so is. It so is. But you can have it all. I'm going to break down 5 ways that I believe any single person can have it all right? Do me a favor, invite any moms that you know, tag moms that you know, 5 moms, 10 moms. Let's pack it out because I know you guys are carpooling, right? If you're on the East Coast, you are definitely carpooling. And if you're on the West Coast, you're thinking about going to carpool. I am Mia Redrick. I am the mom strategist and I support moms with life and business success. And you can always check me out at miaredrick.com on my past scopes. A lot of them are on YouTube, so be sure to check those out. I'm going to be breaking this down for you guys. 5 ways, right? 5 ways that you can have it all. I think a lot of times we never think about having it all. Hey, Tommy, we believe that in order for us to have it all in some way, we have to pick and choose. And I'm saying, nope, not today. I'm taking a stand for your success. I'm taking a stand for, the life that you want, right? And I'm taking a stand for it, right? So I'm going to break that down for you guys today. If you've not met me before, let me formally introduce myself, right? I'm going to shake your hand. Nice to virtually meet you. I got started my business 13 years ago, and I decided to go to work as myself. And for me, that meant that I would do work that I loved to do. I loved being a mom, right? I loved being a corporate trainer, and I wanted to put those 2 things together and start a business, and I did. And for the last 10 years, I've been a full-time entrepreneur doing what I love. Okay, every single day. I work 30 hours a month. I built my business from the comfort of my home. I'm a coach. I'm a business coach. I've coached over 602 clients. Most of them are moms. And outside of that, another 112 are authors. So what I love to do is supporting people with their background, their education, their gifts, their professional background, experience, and packaging that to something that you can sell and monetize online. Maybe you want to be a coach and you don't have a curriculum, or maybe you've always wanted to be an author, but you don't know how to package and sell to corporations, or maybe you're a physician and you want to figure out how to monetize passively. It could be a whole host of things. And my clients really they run the gamut in terms of their backgrounds. So that's what I love to do. And, the ABCs of me is that, building my brand from scratch. I literally, guys, nobody knew what mom coaching was 13 years ago, right? You might not even know what it is today. I literally built my brand from scratch. Like, no one knew who I was. I got signed to an Emmy nominated, nationally syndicated television show called America Now. Bill Rancic and Leeza Gibbons were the hosts for the show. I got signed as the mom strategist to do exactly what I love to do. My advice has touched people by the millions around the world, and I'm really excited about that. This is the girl that was told, you know what, this would never work. No one would ever invest in me or work with me as a mom coach, right? And I'm so glad I didn't listen to that director of that business center who just didn't understand how sometimes you can take your unconventional gifts and package those and monetize those. Fast forward. My husband and I are both full-time entrepreneurs, and our kids have never seen us work jobs. So we've got an 18-year-old, a 15-year-old, and an 11-year-old, boy, girl, boy. And the coolest thing is that they've watched their parents grow up in entrepreneurship. What I love is sustainability. So I'm not interested in a flash cash strategy. So if that's what you're interested in, you're not going to like my scopes, because everything that I love and I believe is my responsibility, being a person that's been home for over a decade, is like, once you get yourself free, you don't want to have to go back to work because you didn't have a solid foundation, a solid 6-figure foundation. And so everything I'm going to teach you is going to be based on something that's real that I have actually done. I have signed corporate deals with Fortune 100 and 500 brands with my products, with my books and my services. I have sold my products online, made multiple 6 figures, selling ebooks. I teach my clients how to do exactly the same. I monetize passively from my home. I do keynotes from my home. So if you've never heard about someone doing a keynote address from their home, I have. And the really cool thing is every single thing that I have done is build this business from the comfort of my home. Hey, Atlanta, good to see you. All right. So being an entrepreneur for me has meant so much because my husband developed kidney disease 7 years ago. He's doing amazing. But I never had to think about where I needed to be. I could be with him. All right. And I could be there for my kids. And I know that some of you guys, the stuff that matters most matters most. And I know a lot of people want to focus only on money, but I'm going to tell you, your life informs your business. Your business doesn't inform your life. Being there for my husband meant everything to me. And I know that there are more of you who want to be able to be there for your family. Being an entrepreneur for me has meant that I could, hire a private physician for my husband. We hired a boutique doctor for Pat, that the doctor had about 20, 25 clients in his practice, and he was able to give my husband another level of care. I believe that's why he did so well when he got his kidney transplant. But you know what? That's what being an entrepreneur for me means, something that's real. Like, you know what? That's pretty cool, right? Being an entrepreneur for me has meant that we've been able to educate our kids with a world-class education. We are investors as a family, and we invest in education. And our kids, we've spent about $715,000 on these little people, right, for school. That might not be your thing, or maybe it is. Maybe you are looking for private school for your kids, and I'm telling you, being an entrepreneur is a phenomenal way to be able to do that for your kids and create options. That's a true investment, in my opinion, okay? It beats any toy you would ever give your kid, or, any gift you would ever give your kid. Give your kid something that really matters. You know what? Being an entrepreneur for me has meant that I own my time, and we could create memories, guys, and travel the world with our family. That's pretty cool. And maybe that's your thing. Like, maybe you just want to travel with your family when you want to. To me, that's what being an entrepreneur is all about. But I tell you, every single week, I love that I get to date my husband during the day, and that we don't have to just go out on Friday night. We can go out during the day because we're both free and we own our time. And if that's speaking to you, you're going to love everything I scope about, because I keep it 100%. So today's scope is 5 ways, right? 5 ways for you to be able to, really show up in your life, right? Can somebody write the title for me today? 5 ways for you to really show up in your life and have it all, right? Because here's the thing. I think that we don't talk about having it all enough, because there aren't a lot of people that have it all. And truthfully, let me be clear about this. There are a lot of people that judge a quality life, all right? So somebody write quality life, 5 ways to show up in your life and have it all, right? There are a lot of people that judge a quality life, and I want to talk about that today. And I want to tweak what you guys might be thinking, because I'm going to tell you, you can have it all. You can have it all. All right. And if anyone ever tells you that having it all is that you're being braggadocious, or that you're being arrogant, or that it's not real, that's not true. They're not living that. But I'm telling you that for each and every one of us, it looks different, but I do feel like I have it all. And all for me, I'm going to tell you, number 1 is we have our health. And I believe that your health is your wealth. Having gone through a kidney transplant with my husband, I'm going to tell you something, guys. Your health is your wealth. And don't let anybody get that twisted at all. Your health is your wealth. And if you want to have it all, having it all means that you are taking care of your temple. You're taking care of your body. And don't you get that twisted at all. Money will never, ever, never, ever, ever replace the fact that being healthy and taking care of yourself is the number 1 asset, not only for yourself, but for your family. Let's be clear. Not being healthy is a tremendous expense. I know a lot about that, and it's a tremendous cost. And yes, you can have it all. You got to be proactive about it, and you got to understand and have your priorities straight, because your health is your wealth. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you can't climb a flight of stairs. Come on, people. You know what I mean? Let's be clear about it, because I think a lot of times in life we're focusing on things that aren't real, and I just want to take it back to the basics and say, look, you can have it all, but let's be clear about what it is. And it may mean that you're taking a walk every single day because you want to have it all. Anybody else want to have it all? Right? Hashtag have it all. Health is part of that. Your health is your wealth. And here's the thing, or maybe it's that you're going to commit and go to the gym. That's what I do. I have a trainer who totally kicks my butt, okay? And you know what? Because I won't do the things I need to do by myself. So I go and I work out with her so that I can do it. Maybe for you, it's getting an accountability partner. But having it all means that you're not ignoring this important part of yourself, your body, your temple. Understand your health is your wealth. And when you don't have your health, guys, and my husband was going to a dialysis center 15 to 17 hours a week, having blood recycled out of his body and back, and cleaned and put back in. Come on. That's not quality of life. Even if you have money, right? That's not quality of life, right? And I just want to break it down for you guys because it's something I know a lot about, and it's something I feel very strong about, because I think a lot of times we ignore the basics and people are chasing things that aren't really real. Your health, number one, is your wealth. And if you want to have it all, hashtag have it all, then you need to commit to an exercise routine. Okay, oh, there you go. Okay. Tommy, I know a lot about dialysis. If you want to have it all, you've got to be conscious and you've got to be considerate about your body, and you got to start doing something small so you can hashtag have it all, because having it all is having your health and having great health. And don't be fooled by anything else, okay? Work will never fill that void. Money will never fill that void. You can't travel when you're not well. I don't care. You can't pick your kids up, right? When you're laying in the bed and you can hardly make it. Come on, guys. Not climbing a flight of stairs. That's not quality of life. Having it all means having your health. So that's number one. I want to break that down. I only want to speak truth to you guys because we don't talk about it enough. Number two, having it all. Having it all to me means having relationships that yeah, thank you yes, that's right, Tommy. Having it all to me means having relationships that really matter to you, that are fulfilling to you, that are loving to you, that are kind for you. And I don't know where you are right now. It might mean that you have to get in a place where, you might be working toward finding your people or finding people that love you. But I'm going to tell you something. The money in and of itself is not having it all. You got to have relationships with people, friendships, partners, your parents, relationships, that people that love you, or your kids that you get to enjoy. That's what having it all is. And money does not fill that void. I know tons of people, they make a lot of money, 6 figures, 7 figures, and at night they're by themselves. And that is not quality of life. You know what? When they need someone, there's no one around, okay? Because their focus has been on what? Chasing money and not building what we call quality of life. And I want to say this to you guys because it's so important. We don't talk about it, but it's important. It's having quality relationships, having people you love that love you back. And if you don't have that right now, then set it as a goal. Make it a goal to say, you know what? I'm going to start to be a better friend, to get a better friend. You want a good friend? Be a great friend. You want to have a great marriage? Be great in your marriage. You want to have a great partner? Be a great partner. You want to have a loving fiance? Be a great loving fiance. Hey, that's having it all. And I will say that, my husband and I, we've gone through our ups and downs, certainly. However, we've been married 21 years. 21 years in December 29th. December 29th, it's 21 years. And the fact of the matter is, you know what? Respect, trust, love, communication, transparency, those are some real things. And when you have those things, those are pillars in any relationship that make having a relationship great. And don't dismiss those things. And just because you don't hear people in your world talk about those things, I'm telling you, those are the treasures. The treasures are having someone that loves you for who you are, and you loving someone for who they for the person for who they are, and you can be there for them. That's what makes life rich. It's nothing like achieving something, in your life or in your business and having someone to share it with. Come on. I sound like I'm talking about mahogany, right? But I want to break that down for you because, a lot of times we don't think that we can have it all. I'm telling you, you can set it as a goal for yourself. You deserve it. You deserve it. Number 3, okay, Number 3, I'm breaking down today for those of you who are just joining me, 5 ways you can have it all. And I've already covered number 1 is understanding that your health is your wealth. Your health is your wealth. Okay. Number 2 is understanding and valuing the importance of having quality relationships, people you love that love you back. And that to me is having it all. Having it all, okay? And then number 3 is doing something that absolutely fuels you and that fulfills you, all right? Let me fuels you and fulfills you. And I just want to break this down. See, there are people who do a lot of productive things, but the happiest clients that I know, the happiest people I get to work with, they do things that fuel them and that fulfills them. Things that might fuel you might be your hobbies that are enriching, that broaden your horizon, that make you feel alive, right? And things that fuel you are your passions and your gifts. And don't forget that your life, okay, having a life that is in alignment with your passion and your talent is a beautiful thing. Being able to have and know, hear me, and know what your hobbies are and to be able to live those out every single day is having it all. And there's so many people that they have lived so much in their work that they don't have hobbies anymore. Their work has become their life. Your work is not your life. You need to have something that fuels you and fulfills you, that that allows you to extend beyond that allows you to know and see God's gifts inside of you that you get to live with the world and you get to share with the world. And that's so important. If you want to have it all, I'm telling you, you got to have something that means something to you every single day that you get to do, you get to touch, that gets to grow as a result of it, birthing inside, growing inside of you. Really, really important. And the happiest people I know are people who have something that fuels them. They know why they're alive. It's something that drives them. There's a passion inside of them that is ignited every single day. I always think about that when I work with my clients. I love talking with them because they always blow my mind, what they're working on, what they're doing, how they're holding up the world with their talents. And it's really inspiring to be around people like that. And it's having it all. I feel like I have it all because I have those things. And number 4, you know what? And I'm unapologetic about it because you work hard to create a life you love. All right. And I think we don't talk about it enough. We make people wrong when they've got a great life. And the reality is, there's nothing wrong with having a great life. But I do believe that there are elements to having it all. I do believe there are elements, and that's what we're talking about today. Stacy, do me a favor, guys. If you guys are watching this scope, please share it. Please hit that little guy on Periscope and share, because I know other moms will benefit from this. Number four, the way to ensure that you have it all. The way that you ensure that you have it all is you've got to have a goal, that something that's bigger than yourself that you're working toward. So if you want to have it all, you need to have a goal. You need to have a why, something that's bigger than you. Okay. And I'm going to tell you why that relates to having it all. When you have a reason to be here on this earth, right, on this planet, when you want to leave your footprint, right, when you want to leave your footprint on this earth, you start to think about things in a different way. You start to, you start to stand a little bit bigger, a little bit taller because of the goal you have. And I will tell you that the most driven and happy people who create legacies, are people who are standing on something that is bigger. Like they want to leave something that's great. They want the world to be better as a result of them being here. And if you want to have it all, you got to find that thing, and it will change your life. You know what I mean? It will change your life. Now, for me, it was understanding that my mom was like the best mother in the entire world, is the best mother in the entire world. And she made me promise to date myself when I was 6 months pregnant with my first son, almost 19 years ago. And I was like, what do I do, like date myself? And she was like, Mia, here's the deal. I got lost in motherhood. I didn't have any friends that were enriching. I didn't have any relationships outside of you and your brother. She's like, I didn't do the career that I wanted to go for because I, wanted to be the mom to you guys. And I want you to always make time for yourself, because if you don't, you will be lost in yourself. And I'm like, whoa, wow. Okay. So mind you, I'm like pregnant and my mother tells me to do this, and I don't even know what to do on a date. I decide to go to a mom's group, which is called Mocha Moms. And at the time, they only had 15 moms. Now they've got like 50,000 moms. I go there and I meet all of these other moms, about 25 moms or so, and they say the same thing. I feel guilty for doing anything for myself. I don't know the last time I did anything for myself. My husband never tells me I look beautiful anymore. And they act like it's a gift to look good and to want to do something for yourself. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm pregnant. Let me start motherhood like solving these problems, right? Like let me just start motherhood solving these things. And that's how I kind of got into the whole mom strategy thing, because I was pregnant and I just started dating myself and answering those solutions so that in my life I had systems so I could show up 100% for me. And as a result of that, I wouldn't ask my husband to give me something I didn't have for myself. And I always take a stand for you guys, because you got to have something that's bigger. Now, my mission is to support millions of moms in understanding exactly that when you own who you are, when you own you know what? You're a better mother. You know what? You're a better wife. You know, sex is better when you love yourself. Okay. You understand what I'm saying? When you know you are beautiful because you've told yourself that, you know, when your husband says that, you know, it's validation, you know, because it's not something new. It's something you know. And so many people haven't in their lives, they haven't created that fulfillment in themselves because they haven't made that time to really, you know, create something that's bigger, that means something that's just powerful. And I think about that every day. I think about that, you know, I look at the impact having dated myself for the last 18 and a half years, every single week, and the impact of my children who, you know, they have a mom who loves herself and who loves their dad and who loves them, and that they understand we don't have to, compartmentalize any of those things. I don't have to shrink my shine because I'm a mom, and you don't either. And I just want to say that to those of you who maybe every time you go around some other group of moms or other women and you're trying to tell them about your dream, they're like, hey, take it down. I'm telling you. Having something that's bigger than yourself will change your world. It will drive you in the morning. It will call you at night because it's something big you must do, and it makes life great. And that's what I feel like I get to do every day. I love it. I love what I get to do. I love the women I get to work with. They're smart and they're sharp. And you know what? They're changing the world because they are standing on what they know, and they're giving their gifts to the world, and they are unapologetic about it. And you need to be also. All right. So today I'm talking about 5 ways. Okay. Now, 5 ways that thank you so much. All right. 5 ways that you can, hold your own and understand you can have it all. And you don't have to apologize about having it all. It's interesting to me, this conversation, because, if you tell people you having a bad day, you got 100 million people who are like, yeah, me too. I had a bad day too, right? Misery loves company. You try telling people you're having a good day. Better yet, try to tell them you're having a good life. And one of the things that happens is people start to look for, y'all know I'm telling the truth, right? They start to look for cracks in the glass because it's not something that they understand. You guys, right? # cracks in the glass. And the reason they're looking for it is because they don't know how to find that thing themselves. But I'm telling you that you can have it all. And if anybody tells you that you can't, now you might not be able to do everything all at one time. All right. There might be some sequencing things, but you can have it all. And you know what? You deserve to have it all. And anyone that tells you anything different than that, you need to run. Okay, you need to run from that, because at the end of the day, it's not true. And they're just telling you based on how they live their lives, right? They're just telling you, I want to hang out with people who have it all, who want it all, who's got it all, because they can show me how to manage it all. And the last thing I wanted to say, I said 5 things, right? If you want to have it all, the last thing that I think is so important, right? That is so important is you've got to have something. You've got to have something. So your faith, you've got to have God, you've got to have, you got to have something bigger than yourself that you're praying to, that is all about goodness, all right? And one of the things that I know, having it all is like having a spiritual base that is rock solid, and knowing that you don't have to know it all, right? You just gotta be praying to God, and knowing that you can hear him internally guiding you and trusting you. Most of the decisions that I have made in my own business have been a direct result of me listening to that still voice. And for those of you who've been spinning around in circles and trying to figure out what to do, it's because you're not getting quiet and you're not hearing what he's telling you to do. But he always tells you exactly what to do. And if you want to have it all, you got to listen to that. Because to me, that's all. Like, you know, my relationship with God makes all the difference in my life, right? It is the foundation by which I do everything. My marriage, you know, the kind of mom that I am, you know, how I'm going to coach my clients, because it's based on something that is true and that is real and that is good and that is powerful. And you've got to have something like that as your guide, your foundation. And to me, if you have God as your foundation, okay, you got it all, okay? If you've got your health as your foundation, yup, that's having it all. You've got relationships, people that love you and you love them back. You know what? You've got it all. And anyone that's telling you you can't have it all, I'm telling you, they're missing one of those cogs in the wheel. And that's why if you're trying to talk about the light, they don't understand, and they want you to have a crack in your glass. But you know what? You don't need to have a crack in your glass. I tried to break this down for you guys today because we don't talk about what real success really looks like. But I'm telling you what it really looks like. I feel like I have it all. I know I have it all. And reality is I'm unapologetic about it. I don't come from a place of like arrogance or anything like that. I come from a place of like nothing but gratitude and thanksgiving. And what I really want is to see more people take a stand for themselves and say, I want it all too. I want my health. I want a marriage that works. I want a great relationship with my kids. You know what? I want to do work that fuels me and fulfills me. You know what I mean? I want to be living my passion. I want to make time to be able to hear myself think. And as a result, I hear myself think, be able to stand on something big in this world and make a difference because I walked here. I want to be guided by something that is true and real. Okay. And notice everything that I talked about today and having it all, I did not talk about money because I believe that when you have all of those things, truth, purpose, God, you will have it all. You will have the makings to be able to create all that you want. I do work that I love to do. I solve problems around the world. And as a result of that, supporting moms with building product and leveraging what they know. You know what? I never think about money because it comes to me because I'm supporting people with my gifts. And that is the reality. And because God inspires me, I know exactly where to go and what I need to do and why I need to do it. Doesn't mean I don't have my share of challenges. As I mentioned to you guys about the kidney transplant, that was hard for us. But the reality is, you know what? We had God, we had faith, we had family, we had love, we had stuff that was real, guys. And as a result of that, you know what I mean? I have it all. So I just wanted to share that with you guys today because we don't talk about it enough. And I know that, even if hey, Dr. G, I'm breaking it down today. I'm almost done this scope. I was breaking down today how to have it all. And my way, right? Yeah. How to have it all. Miss Powell, Biz, right? It was timely, right? I'm just bringing it because I don't think we have enough truth. I think a lot of times we're talking about, launching this and doing that and doing this. And at the end of the day, all for what? It needs to be stand on something that is real, guys, and something that's true. And I believe wholeheartedly that each and every one of us can have it all. And the moment that you believe you can't have it all, you will not have it all, right? You will not have it all because you're never anticipating that. Your intentions is what rules the world. And I just want to break that down for you guys. And I'm telling you straight out, if you ever meet somebody that tells you, hey, being happy, if there's a problem with being happy, you need to run. That's an unhappy person. You know what? A person that has joy in their heart, anyone that has joy in their heart will never, ever, require you to be unhappy. All right. You know what I'm saying? To commiserate with them or say, dismiss the fact that your life is good. All right. You want to be surrounded with other people who are you know what, showing you how to hold up your world and make it powerful and amazing. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today for the carpooling scope. What about that? All right, that was an interesting carpooling scope, right? I do want to invite you guys to a couple things. One is get a ticket to the Time for Mommy virtual retreat. It's November 11th through 13th next week. The retreat is live. It's in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, it is possible to have it all. November 11th through 13th is in Baltimore. The tickets are just $197, just $197, just $197. You want to be in the house. I'm bringing you guys amazing speakers, all right? Amazing speakers. And they have it all, okay? And they have it all right? And for me, all means that those things that I just talked to you guys about. One of my clients, she has Crohn's disease. One of the things she wanted to do was literally come up with a way to monetize passively, and she's done exactly that, and she's going to share that with you guys next week on Friday. Okay, wonderful. I'm so glad you're here. Come back. I hope you come back. Another one of my speakers keynotes on Friday is a woman Joyce Bone, who started with a $10,000 investment and just 18 months later grew her business to over $50 million in business revenue, and then sold her company for over $150 million. And you know what's cool about that? Okay, you probably don't know anybody that's ever done that. First of all, $150 million in business revenue in their business. That's one reason to tune in. But she loves her husband. She loves her kids. She's a quality mom. And I love that, right? And her priorities are right. She loves God. And that's important to me, right? And I want people taking that stage that's sowing into you guys who have it all, okay? They have it all right? The priorities aren't messed up, all right? And therefore, you're getting what you need. I'm bringing in Mary Jo Cranmore, a former producer for Good Morning America and Dateline. She's going to be bringing it for you guys, showing you how to get media, how to position yourself as an expert. Listen, this is for all of you guys. You can be a new brand, and one idea can change the way you show up. One piece of media could be a game changer in your business. Come on. Got to think. I'm going to teach you guys how to leverage what you know to build a solid foundation for a six-figure business. I'm always going to keep it 100. I'm going to keep it 100% with you guys because I believe your life informs your business, and that's the reality. You're not just working to work. You're working to build a quality life, and you want to be able to monetize in that life, passively control your time, but your life informs your business, and that is so important, and you can have it all, and don't you believe anything other than that. And you know what? I'm bringing in my kids on Sunday, and they're going to talk to you guys about what do your kids really think about having a mom that kicks butt, that rocks it? Do they feel neglected? You know what I mean? Do they feel like they didn't get what they need? I'm going to tell you that my kids, it'll be interesting to see what they're going to say, but you know what? They don't feel that way because when you show up for you, you give them who you are. And you guys need to understand that. And I'm getting in your face about this because I'm taking a stand for your success no more. 2017 is right around the corner. What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do differently? And here is an opportunity for you guys to lock arms with me. Come to the event. We're going to bring the A game. We do have standard tickets. It's in Baltimore, Maryland, November 11th through 13th. You can get on a plane, come be in the house, and come to that. That's $400. That's it, all right, for quality association. Banging information that's going to change your life. Association, you know what I mean? That could be life-changing for you. All right? So think about that. Or you can get a virtual VIP ticket, and for 7 days, you get access to the live stream. 7 days, guys. Somebody write 7 days. You get access to the live stream, and we're bringing out A-game. We're bringing you into the VIP sessions. You are going to get your questions answered. All the keynotes are going to address you directly. So that's at timeformom-meretreat.com. You can check my bio for the link, timeformom-meretreat.com, timeformom-meretreat.com. And for those of you who are like, I love that, Mia. Maybe you're already coming. Maybe you're looking for a coach. I'd love to work with you. If you are an investor, if you're smart, if you're sharp, and you're ready to get it done, if you're an implementer, if you're coachable, if you're teachable, if you're not, you don't need to work with me or anybody else until you get that way, because the best people who do well in coaching programs are implementers. Dr. Jermaine Beckles signed on here a minute ago. One of my clients, man, in 3 months, this woman wrote her book. And you got people trying to write a book for 5 months, 10 years, and they never do it. You guys need to be around the heat, all right? So if you're interested in working with me, it's a very simple thing you've got to do. You can go to coremomscoaching.com, coremomscoaching.com, coremomscoaching.com. There's a contact form there. You can sign up for a 20-minute consult with me. You'll be prompted with a form, an application that you can apply to meet with me. So I'm going to read that application. If you qualify, we're going to set up an appointment. If you don't qualify, we're not going to set up an appointment. I don't want to waste your time. And you know what I mean? And you don't want me to waste I don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste my time. So I look at all of those consults, the forms to see if if you were the right fit. And I am looking for sharp women who are, like you're a professional woman. You're a stay-at-home mom, but like me, I was a stay-at-home mom, and I had this background from corporate training, and I wanted to put it in a business, and I needed some support around how to do that. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for you if you're a PhD, an MD, and a JD, you got your MBA, those are the women who I get to work with. And they're like, man, I'm doing it all right, but wrong. I'm working 60 hours a week for somebody else's dream. I never get to see my kids. Can somebody help me figure out how to monetize differently? I can. And I've got clients you can talk to back it up. And just go to coremomscoaching.com, and I'd love to support you. If you have questions for me about programs or working with me, you can always email me at mia@findingdefinitions.com, mia@findingdefinitions.com, mia@findingdefinitions.com. So that's it. Did you guys like this scope today? Did you like the scope? Did it support you guys? If it supported you, say, yeah, it did. Okay. Yeah, it did. Was there one thing in particular that you liked that I shared today? Thank you so much. Was there one thing in particular that I shared today about having it all that you liked the most? Was there one thing in particular? Anybody else want to share? Okay. All right. I know it takes you guys a minute. Great scope. Okay. What did you guys like about the scope today? All right. So, because that helps me too, right? To figure out, but I always just speak from my heart, and I'm just, I don't use notes. I just talk to you based on what I know is true. You can have it all, and you deserve it all. And those are that list that I gave you. That's all as I see it. All right. And notice that I didn't say, you can't hug a 6-figure launch. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you now, guys, that's not the only thing. You got to have something that is real, and having a relationship with God is important. Having a relationship with your family, people that love you, your friends, something that is real. You having your health, right? Dating yourself, that's powerful. Dating your spouse, dating your kids individually. Now we're talking about something. You know what I mean? That's having it all. And don't you ever get it twisted. Don't ever get it twisted that having things is enough, because it's not. Time for mom. Date yourself. Yes, absolutely. So I just want to thank you guys. I want to thank you for your time. I've enjoyed you, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Have a great day. Today's Halloween, so I probably won't be back on because you guys will be out. But I'll talk to you soon. Have a good day. Bye.